Hi, my name is Joe Hannon. I'm the leader of the Biohacker Collective here in Singapore, and today I brought a group of people to experience cryotherapy. I thought that one of the better people to bring would be Chun, because Chun is renowned in Singapore for doing the Wim Hof ice baths. So I was very interested to hear his thoughts on this.
My name is Chun. I'm the Wim Hof instructor here in Singapore. It's a method taught by a guy from the Netherlands, and it all involves very basically breath work, cold exposure, and a little bit of mindset and meditation practice. So with this invite, I was curious to find out what were the differences in these types of cold exposure. Obviously mine is dunking into freezing waters, whereas this one is to enter into an air space that is very cold, way colder than the water. Jumping into freezing waters is definitely way more intense. And from this experience, there's a bunch of protection. We have some gloves, ear muffs, as well as feet protection. Yeah, so that made it a lot easier to experience. So people who have a bit of fear for cold water, I think this is a nice stepping stone to cold exposure and to start to understand the effects of the cold that activates our brown fat, that gets the body to start to fight and produce energy, burn some of that extra glucose, that calories, just to stay alive. Stay in this state where your body might think you're in certain danger and starts to be on heightened alert. So it's that state that we rarely put ourselves into, and I believe cryotherapy in this way, or any ice exposure, any cold exposure that gives us certain stress, is eventually going to be very helpful in the long run. I like that we can stay dry and clean, just be in the clothes that we came in, because in an ice tub you have to dry up, take a shower and all that. So in terms of convenience, this pretty much hits the spot where you can just hop in, freeze for a bit, and then hop out and still get much of the work done. So yeah, overall it's a good and different way of cold exposure. I do believe Slimpify has a device that not many people can find anywhere in the world easily, so it's a very convenient solution to cold exposure.
I would highly recommend Slimpify, purely because if you're yet to expose yourself to ice and Wim Hof and Chun, and I know there's many that are yet to experience Chun and the Wim Hof ice method, this would be a nice stepping stone for them to come and try. And biohackers, as we know, who look to optimize themselves, try, test things, then I'd highly recommend Slimpify.
I think this is a nice stepping stone to cold exposure and to start to understand the effects of the cold that activates our brown fat, that gets the body to start to fight and produce energy, burn some of that extra glucose, that calories, just to stay alive.